What's up, basketball fans? This is Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast, presented by Big City Wings, Houston's wing joint and Apollo's wing joint. If you haven't already, go down to any Big City Wings near you. There are 13 locations right now. They're opening their 14th location soon. We had an awesome watch party for the Houston Texans yesterday. We're recording this on Sunday, January 14th. Had an awesome watch party at the Marquee location off of Katy Freeway. We're having another one next week. So stay tuned and go to Big City Wings today. And this podcast is also brought to you by Celebrity Mint. Go check out their legal tender, awesome graded collectibles of Mike Tyson, Ric Flair, and more at CelebrityMint.com. Thank you all for sponsoring this episode. I'm joined by the What We Learned Houston Rockets Edition King, Josh Garcia. How we doing, bud?
I'm doing great, man. We're you and I were on two separate sides. I'm loving what the Texans did yesterday. I know you're not having the greatest time over there. You might be a little dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so glad that at least one of us is doing well. It's Maverick season after all for you.
Yep.
We're just gonna keep it pushing. But as for right now, bring on Baltimore, bring on Kansas City, whoever we're gonna play. The Rockets have kind of taken a backseat. I maybe watched 2 minutes of the game last night. Shout out Cam Whitmore, great, 22 points, career high, awesome. Yeah. But it's a football town for the next couple weeks, or at least however long this incredible Cinderella run goes. But I'm doing great, man. How you doing? I feel bad.
I'm dead inside. Everything hurts.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to feel good ever again, probably. So it's basketball season. It's hockey season. It's college basketball season. Yesterday was a rough day for me. Dolphins lose. Mississippi State basketball loses to Alabama at home. The Dallas Mavericks lose a game that they should have won to the Pelicans that had 0 players playing. But the Dallas Stars won. So, I got 1 out of 4.
Yay. You did it, man.
Pain.
Pain. Man. Give me some life in those eyes this
I'm
episode,
trying.
Man. I know it's tough.
We can do this. We can do this pretty quickly here. We'll get the life brewing. Chicago Bulls, they introduced a number of players and coaches and executives into the Ring of Honor this past weekend, including Phil Jackson, Jerry Kruase, GM, architect, arguably, of the 2 dynasties, the 2 triple championship teams, with a little break in between, with Michael Jordan being told not to play basketball again by David Stern for a couple of years. Neither here nor there. But Jerry Kruase was inducted into the Bulls Ring of Honor. When they announced his name and his graphic and his name and his face goes up on the Jumbotron, the Chicago Bulls fans boo Jerry Kruase he delivered 6 championships to the city of Chicago through Chicago Bulls. So his widowed wife is sitting there. I can't remember her name, but Mrs. Kruase is sitting there waiting to hear cheers about Jerry Kruase for what his accomplishments with the Chicago Bulls were. And all she got was boos to start. I think it started to change into cheers as the video went on, but the boos were loud enough to where that's the only thing that she could hear. She obviously breaks down into tears because she misses her husband, and he did accomplish a lot for the Chicago Bulls. And I think Last Dance has changed the perception of reality for those 90s Bulls teams, where everyone thinks that it was Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, and there was no one else behind the scenes doing all the work and getting that team set up and paying people and working with the salary cap that wasn't as big as it is today. That's a difficult thing to do when you have Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen on your team. You got to navigate the salary cap, and he did it back then, and he made Michael Jordan happy enough to keep coming back and keep playing basketball, and made Scottie Pippen happy enough to keep coming back and playing basketball for the Chicago Bulls, and they won 6 titles. And the Bulls fans boo for I don't really understand it. If my team won 6 titles, I am cheering incessantly for anyone and everyone that is involved with those teams. Everyone.
It's no particular, this is probably the worst breakup that you could ever think of. When Jerry Kruase left, or not left, but when he broke it all up, the Bulls were just dead for, what was it, 5-10 years until they got D Rose, basically.
Yeah.
Eddie Curry, Jamal Crawford. People forget Nazir Muhammad. I think he was on that
Kirk
team.
Heinrich.
Crazy stuff. I feel really bad for the family. But I think that Michael Jordan, and people have said this on Twitter, and this was even before The Last Dance, Michael Jordan himself has done so much to keep his legacy alive while still making it act like he's doing it behind the scenes so it doesn't seem like a big deal. He tears people down like very bad, whether it be with his own words or like him kind of insinuating something. The Last Dance really showed everyone's ass. And I'm not saying that Michael Jordan is this some crazy evil man. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but I think it is really a testament to his own demeanor, his own attitude, that he was almost scapegoating Jerry Krause in that entire situation when Jerry Krause, I don't want to say was the glue, because if you really want someone to look at and someone to say, fuck you two, it is that cheap bastard, Jerry Reinsdorf. Or did I say his name right?
Yeah, you
Jerry
nailed it.
Reinsdorf? Perfect, perfect. Sorry, I just had to make sure I knew ball for a minute. But yeah, if you're gonna shit on anybody here, it's gonna be Reinsdorf. Look at the White Sox. They're in such a weird position that classic 81 and 81 team. They're the Atlanta Hawks of the MLB. They, nothing seems to get better with Chicago. And even years later, with their one shining moment that they had, their 6 shining moments that they had, we're still talking about it years later, not in the greatest of ways. And it's just sad that all this coverage, all of this, the Last Dance, all the documentary, the docuseries, it was great.
It's awesome.
It's just really, really sad to me that I think her name was Thelma.
Yep.
Thelma
Yeah,
had to
there it
just
is.
sit there and just deal with that, head on. And in what Ron Harper did, who was behind Thelma, that was one of the sweetest things you could really do in that situation. He just grabbed her from the
Yep.
shoulder and was like, "It'll be okay." I wish I can get a transcript. I would pay money to hear that transcript or to see that transcript, but it's just truly sad. They did, of course, boo him, and even after the breakup, because Krause was still there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, man, he's dead. He's dead. It's the widow. One of the worst looks I've ever seen, not only for a fan base, but for a team, for a league. One of the worst looks I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and what you're pointing out about Michael Jordan is that he is doing his best to make sure his legacy and his image is crystal clear and stays prominent, and people think of Michael Jordan as the GOAT, and whatever else you want to think about Michael Jordan, the shoes, the legacy, all of that just stays intact the entire time. And with those Bulls teams, you had too many personalities, I think. Phil Jackson, Jerry Krause, Reinsdorf, and Michael Jordan all in one room. You got to think about how many egos there are, how many people think that they are the reason that the Bulls are the way that the Bulls were. Like the reason that they won championships. Michael Jordan thinks it's because of him. It primarily was. He is the one dribbling and shooting the basketball. That's the biggest part. Phil Jackson, probably one of the bigger parts as well. He's the one that implemented the triangle and had the cohesiveness and the ability to work with multiple personalities on that team, including Dennis Rodman when you add him, and he just goes on a bender in Vegas for 36 hours and they don't know where he is. Like that's a part of the Last Dance documentary. And then Reinsdorf is the owner, so then he thinks he's the reason that they're winning these championships. He's like, this is my team. I put them together. This is why it happened. And then Krause obviously is the architect and is the ability. He had the ability to scout these players and had all the scouts working underneath him and made the picks and made the free agent acquisitions, made the trades, put Phil Jackson in place, put Michael Jordan in place. Like, so he thinks he's the main architect. He's the reason why they won all these championships. So it's an egotistical battleground, essentially, is what's happening. And
Yes.
Jerry Krause is dead, so he can no longer be a part of this. But The Last Dance obviously comes out 3 years after he dies, and it's painted a certain way, which I think is the problem with sports or just documentaries in general now. People won't be a part of the documentaries unless they are able to be executive producers on said documentaries. While The Last Dance was awesome because we got all of this uncovered footage that we had never seen before in the locker room, on the planes. Like you get in the hotels, like you just get all of this access that we would have never had if Michael Jordan didn't say yes.
Exactly.
And if we don't get Michael Jordan to say yes, we don't get The Last Dance. So we don't get 10 hours or 11 hours, how many ever hours it was of footage that we would have never seen in interviews and all these kinds of things. And it's awesome because it brings up memories of people that got to watch the Jordan teams. Like I don't know, 2 years old the last time the Bulls won a championship with Michael Jordan. So it's like I never got to experience it, but I've read books, I've seen documentaries. But that was the most in-depth thing that you got to see. And you got to see how everybody acted and it was very cool. But the problem with sports documentaries is that you got to have the player or the person or the personality to be the executive producer. So it is going to be tainted in a certain way. And we have to take every documentary that we view with a grain of salt if they're going to be a part of the documentary. It's just how it is.
Exactly, man. That was a great point that you brought up because honestly, I we could just talk about the Jordan aspect of it and how he wanted it to be, his way. We'll never know the exact conversations and what that went down, not only behind the scenes during his career, but during the making of the documentary, because they said that it was like 20 years in the making, right?
Yeah, they had the
Like just
footage for
outside of
20
the
years.
footage
Yeah.
itself. Yeah, yeah. Like just outside of the direct footage, like they had to make everything work. Um, so it really just showed like it makes me wonder what is LeBron going to do for his documentary in 10, 20, 30 years? Is it going to be another Jordan situation? Are we going to look at LeBron differently? Because we're seeing it, and I hate to bring this back to LeBron, but we're seeing LeBron's, teammates, coaches, and I'm not saying this is unrightfully, but a lot of these people are being scapegoated as cancers, as even Ty Lue,
Hmm.
like and now Ty Lue is just killing everybody with the Clippers, man.
They're awesome.
Amazing, amazing. But um, it makes me wonder, sports documentaries. Yeah, you do definitely have to take them with a grain of salt. And like I said, it was a great point by you. I didn't even really think about it like that. But it's definitely just something to always consider, always think about it. This is media literacy training. When you when you watch The Last Dance, it's great. The stories, the quotables. I've probably seen it like 3 times. I might even do a rewatch again. It's been like a year and a half for
Yeah.
me, so I might have to run that back. But I truly did. Regardless, point being, you don't boo someone's widow. I know, of course, they weren't booing her, but it makes it so 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 sad to me that they had that almost not the entire team, but I know Longley was there. I know Ron Harper was there. A couple other guys on the squad that were there who haven't seen each other in
Right.
years, and you just completely soured the night by that. And there was no immediate when I was watching the I think it was a League Pass clip, which all the best stuff always happens on the fan arena
Yes.
cam on League Pass.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I've seen so much this year. We'll definitely do a League Pass recap at the end of this year.
Yes.
But it's hearing the arena audio. It didn't sound too bad. You only heard a couple like a couple boos, but then you saw the fan made video on the phone, and they were raining down. Man, it was harsh, and the fact that that was just their immediate reaction to you know years and years of success that honestly a lot of those people in the arena probably haven't even seen with their own eyes. I mean, I've gone to a lot of NBA games recently, and I can't tell you there's probably 50-50, people under 30 versus people over 30. I mean, why are we booing something that we don't really know why we're booing? We
Right.
just hear other people booing and we just go with
Yeah.
it. I don't know. It just makes no sense to me. There was it's so sad that this had to happen. Jerry Krause wasn't a saint. In fact, the reason why he did blow everything up was because everybody was getting old. Everybody was getting old, and everybody was wanting more money. What can you do with that? Scottie Pippen had 2 or 3 good years. One of them with my Rockets. That Charles Barkley Pippen year, man. That's one of my favorite basketball reference pages to go to. I'll even do it like once every other month or so. Um, but all those Longley retired. He had bad ankles. Even Jordan just dipped off. I mean, what were you going to do with that team? And I don't know. Jerry Krause won 6 rings. There's not much else we can say about it. The success speaks for itself. And Chicago, everyone has to live with it at this point, especially.
Yeah. When you think about sports legends and architects of great teams, there's very few names that you can really name. Bill Belichick of the New England Patriots, Jerry Krause of
Nick
the
Saban.
Chicago Bulls, and like other than that, I mean, I guess you count Red Auerbach for a lot of the Boston Celtics success, and I don't know, like there's just not a lot of names that you can name of GMs that were the true architects of teams that put teams together and fielded many championships. There's 3, 4, 5 names maybe in sports history, not in basketball history, in sports
The
history.
fact the fact that he's one of them, speaks volumes. No matter how good or bad of a person he was, because Last Dance didn't make him look like a good
No,
person. He got it done. The team got it done. Phil Jackson got it done. Reinsdorf of all people got it done.
yeah,
Enjoy what you had. Don't ruin it. That's like well, maybe not like, but that's like the Rockets fans booing Rudy T at the Toyota Center. Like, why? What are we
doesn't
doing?
really matter.
I don't. I don't see the point.
If you want to boo a team, though, go to Big City Wings this weekend for the Houston Texans game, whether it's going to be
Yeah,
Saturday or
yeah.
Sunday. We don't know yet. Against probably the Ravens, more than likely. We're going to have another viewing. We can't say watch party, technically. It's a watch party. It's not a watch party, but it's a viewing of the Houston football team playing against probably the Baltimore football team. If you're in the Houston area, go
There it
to
is.
your nearest Big City Wings. We'll link those in the description later this week once we have finalized details. Let's move on. Pistons and Wizards made a trade.
Isaiah Livers.
For why?
You are a Washington Wizard.
Yeah.
What are we
So
doing?
the Pistons get Danilo Gallinari and Mike Muscala. And the Wizards got Marvin Bagley III, Isaiah Livers, and 2 second-round picks, 2025 and 2026. I am just baffled by this
I
trade.
got nothing.
Like, why?
I got nothing, man.
But why? What are we doing? What is the purpose? I don't understand.
Why are we giving up? We're giving another team giving up on Marvin Bagley. I feel so bad. He was trying his best to beat the bust allegations, and him going to another squad, it's not helping. Isaiah Livers, Pistons fans would make you think that Isaiah Livers is a terrorist, a domestic terrorist, the way he plays basketball. He's bad, but
was he the one that
he's
took the
a Michigan
inbound and
guy.
then went outside and went back out of bounds and then dumped it right back? That's rough.
Yeah, that was a bad look. But he was Mr. Michigan, Mr. Basketball.
A lot of people.
He's from the suburbs, Detroit guy.
All right.
I got nothing. I really got nothing.
When I saw this, when I see Woj tweet, I'm like, yes, we're getting something like Siakam, like anything good, something that's like boiling over. Like I'm ready for real trades. And then this is what popped across our screen yesterday, and I was just like, or was it today? Yeah,
it was this morning about 9 a.m.
Today, Sunday, January 14th is when we're recording. So, yeah, I saw it come across my desk, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I just like, what does this do? Do you just put Gallinari and Bogdanovich together, and they're just happy because they're white Europeans on the team? Like, is that just like, are we just catering to that? I don't get it. Marvin Bagley also drafted in front of Luka Doncic. Just wanted to point that out.
People do forget. I'm just kidding. No one
forgets that one. So
nobody.
Could you imagine Luka and De'Aaron Fox on the same team right now?
Oh my God.
You don't even have to make the Sabonis trade. You probably end up with like Tyrese Halliburton or something too. So you just got a 3-headed monster.
I don't even. Oh
that
my
would be
God.
Sick.
Luka would play the 3 too. Oh my God. What would happen there?
Yeah, Luka would be
Tyrese play the 3.
And then
what would happen? Yeah.
Halliburton probably takes point guard.
Yeah.
And then Fox is turned into a shooting guard, so he's just unlocked. Whenever he gets the ball, he turns into what Kyrie Irving is doing right now. Like, yeah, that'd be fun. That's too bad that you just decided to draft Marvin Bagley the third.
I hate to get too off topic, but this is very important to me. I sent you a tweet the other day. I made my crazy trade.
You did.
Prediction. Klay Thompson and Zach LaVine swap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that it's happening, but there are rumblings across the league. There are rumors, rumblings
coming from the NBA trade rumors Twitter, which
is a very reliable source.
Yeah, everyone, it's very trustworthy. Everything that comes out of there is exactly true.
I don't care. I just wanted to do my victory lap on that because
I get it.
Hey, I didn't think it was going to happen. In some part of my brain, I didn't, but I said it, and now I got to stand by it. And
you did.
Who knows? Maybe in a couple weeks, man. Anyway. Trade talks are ramping up. Trades are ramping up. Not the good kind.
No,
but trades are ramping.
Trades are happening.
Trades are happening, and that's what matters.
Is the opposite end of the spectrum.
Pascal next.
The opposite end of the spectrum. If you wanted to go see that Klay Thompson Zach LaVine swap trade proposal, head to our latest episode. Was released Thursday on the Apollo HOU YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. There's also a clip. If you just wanted to watch that portion, there's a clip of that on the Apollo HOU YouTube. So we'll do another trade talk on Wednesday. We'll prepare another trade each and see what we can cook up. But
oh yeah, Pascal Siakam next, man. I'm rooting for you. I really am.
Please, I'm just begging size and rebounding and defense. Please. It's all
Hey,
I need.
hey.
It's all I want. Bismack Biyombo,
Andre Drummond's on speed dial.
Bismack Biyombo, please, just like, you should put
Yeah.
yourself on the Dallas Mavericks doorstep and just be like, I will take league minimum. Please let me in the door. How have they not
Man.
contacted him yet? I don't
Biyombo,
know. I don't know.
the Shangoon stopper.
Something
Some are calling him.
just rebounding
Yeah.
and fouling. That'll work.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore with these trades. It's great that the stove is turning hot. We're at about 120 degrees when you're supposed to cook the turkey at 450 for 8 hours.
This is
So
good. This is great.
getting heating
Thanks,
up
Woj.
now.
You could have just not tweeted this
yeah.
one, and it would have
let
would have been no effect on my life.
let the local guys get something for once.
Yeah.
But man, I really got nothing for this.
There's literally nothing
Isaiah
I can say.
Livers. Isaiah Livers. Like I said, Isaiah Livers. People act like he is the worst basketball player of all time. He might be up there right now, especially for the amount of minutes and time that he's getting. But I feel more bad for not only Marvin Bagley. I feel just his career, man, sucks. It really does. I don't we need a 45-minute. Remember how I was telling you about on the episode how someone did a 45-minute James Wiseman
Yes,
breakdown. I need an hour and a half of Marvin Bagley Pistons highlights, lowlights, breakdowns, all that.
Yeah.
And then I'll feel better about this trade because then I'll really know the man that is going to Washington and helping Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole compete for a lottery number 1 selection.
I'm not saying that trades were happening last night with the Wizards, but maybe this trade sparked something in them because they scored 127 points against the Atlanta Hawks and held them under 100 points, and they won the game.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, that's
you
something.
may be asking. I don't know, but this is great. Before we go off this episode, let's talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are now tied for top of the West, correct?
Yes.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is absolutely in the MVP talks. He's winning Player of the Months and Player of the Weeks, and that's usually an indicator of who's going to win the MVP later in the season. So he's got that going for him. Chet Holmgren obviously is looking awesome. The J-Dubs, the Jalen Williams is spelled differently. Turns out awesome. Yeah, the Thunder are just sick, and I'm jealous that they're that sick and they don't have to play on national television all the time because they don't get embarrassed very often. So
Rockets Thunder on TNT February 27th.
Nice.
I think
we got only like a month and a half till then.
Flex. We got an NBA
That's
flex.
great.
That never happens.
No. We need to start doing that because we need more Thunder and we need more, I don't know, Celtics, Denver, just the good teams that aren't like the Lakers, essentially. Can we just not put the Lakers on TV until they're good again? After the trade deadline, we can put the Lakers back up because they'll have the trade deadline bump. It's going to happen.
Oh, man. One time at Hawkins wins that dunk contest, you're going to be seeing heat culture games.
I still got to buy that heat culture.
Let me tell you
jersey.
something.
It's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll text you to remind you. We need that.
I'm going to buy one from AliExpress or DHgate.
DHgate, Taobao. Oh, yeah.
So it's misspelled.
I got a Reddit. I got a subreddit with your name on it, brother. Just let me know. But man, the Thunder are incredible right now. I don't see it stopping.
No.
Damn, the T-Wolves in the Thunder at the top of the West. Don't you love this? Don't you love this league? This is awesome. Sick, man.
Because
this is great.
It's probably the first time in I don't know how many years that it's not Golden State, Lakers, Celtics, Heat, even like just the blue bloods of the NBA, essentially, that we've been seeing for the last 20 years, last 10 years even. Like, this is awesome. We finally got teams in the West that aren't the Lakers, really. Just that aren't the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors that are at the top and are pretty much running the West. It's very fun. It's very fun to watch. If you're an NBA fan, you're excited about it. If you're a fan of like a team in Texas, however, you're looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder and you're like, this kind of sucks. I'm going to play y'all a lot.
Yeah.
Don't like that. Yeah. But they're awesome. They're very fun to watch. It's a very fun team.
Yeah. I enjoy them a lot. They are my League Pass team of the year so far. By the way, we will be doing a mid-season awards. We have to. Come on.
Why wouldn't we?
I'll give you a spoiler though. The Thunder are my mid-season team, League Pass team. They're so fun. So, dude, they just move. They're faster than everybody
Mm-hmm.
else. That's all it seems like it boils down
They're
to.
all
They're
like
faster, they're
21 years
taller, they're
old. It's
stronger.
crazy.
Then they're all, yeah. They all just were able to start drinking. They started voting 3 years
This is
ago.
great.
First presidential election they get to vote for this year.
Good for
That's
them.
great. Yeah, good for them. So I'm really just excited to continue watching not only greatness but young greatness. You know, hey, as a man at 22, you know, when I see Chet Holmgren, when I see the Williams, you know, the Jalen Williams, when I see Anthony Edwards, you know, I see a piece of me in them. Maybe not directly, you know, physicality
Yeah.
wise, maybe not mentally or with my mentality, but you know, I see a piece of me, and I think it's really nice just seeing young dudes just go crazy in the league, man. Like this, it doesn't get much more fun than this. And I just hope that this is a good trend in the future. I would love to see, you know, De'Aaron Fox of all people go to the Western Conference Finals. I would love to see Anthony Edwards go to the Western Conference Finals. Give me a Thunder T Wolves Western Conference Finals, Thunder Kings, you
Yeah.
know, T Wolves Kings. That'd be great. Man, this it doesn't get better than this, man. I love it. That's why the West will always be better than the East. Honestly,
Every time.
just one of the many reasons.
Every time. I'm very jealous of your era, essentially, where you're 22 years old, so you can pin yourself with Anthony Edwards and all these players. I've got Karl Anthony Towns. Ben Simmons is like right around my age.
Yep.
Not great. Just not good.
Anthony Bennett.
Yeah, the 2014 to
Waiters.
2016 like top draft picks. That's my age range. So that's sick.
Oh
Love
man,
that.
I'm in my Andrew Wiggins year. Some guy tweeted, this girl said she's in her Marcus Smart year. She's 36.
Yes, I saw that. That was awesome.
Going to be a good year.
This is great.
Like what?
Yeah, that's sick. Love that.
Yeah. You gotta stop with the years after 24. No more years.
Keep
after
doing
the
it.
Kobe
I want
year.
to see how far you can get.
When I turned 99, that JJ Watt year,
my Wayne Gretzky year. Yeah,
Wayne Gretzky.
It's gonna be sick. What are you gonna do when you get to like the 50s? You just pick an offensive lineman.
You pick a middle linebacker.
It's like my Ray Lewis here. Let's go. Are you gonna kill someone? That's crazy.
My Patrick Lewis.
My Ray
Patrick
Lewis here. You stab someone? That's that's a problem.
Jesus, man.
Off the rails. Off the rails.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are sick, and everyone should watch more Oklahoma City Thunder. They're very fun to watch. Go get League Pass so you can watch more Oklahoma City Thunder, because you're not going to be able to watch it on national television because the NBA is they're suckers for the Lakers.
Or use whatever website you deem is
Stream East.
Let's not put people in a box. Whoa, chill. Don't blow my cover. Chill.
No,
out,
it's
chill
already
out.
just the worst website of all time. It just never works anymore.
Shout out methstreams.com.
Okay.
I love them. Yeah, that won't show up in the subtitles, right?
Probably not.
YouTube doesn't know.
I don't know.
Probably not. Yeah, I don't want to blow my spot out too much. Piracy,
or
man.
Just
piracy.
Get a job and get League Pass.
Yeah, you got a point.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't care where you get your League Pass from. It doesn't matter to me. But this has been Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast, brought to you by Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, and Apollo's Wing Joint. Head down to your nearest Big City Wings for daily specials, as well as our football party viewing of the Houston football team and probably the Baltimore football team next weekend. Probably at the marquee location off of Katy Freeway. We had an awesome time this past weekend. We're going to do it again this weekend. Keep the vibes going if you're in Houston. And this broadcast is also brought to you by Celebrity Mint. Go check out celebritymint.com to check out their legal tender graded collectibles of Ric Flair, Mike Tyson, and more. And follow them on social media at The Celebrity Mint. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below on YouTube. And Apollo HOU, turn on the notification bell so you don't ever miss an episode. This has been Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast.